it's Burgess Taylor, Our Journey with Burgess, and today's video is two parts in one. And we're going to be talking about my evolving creative practice and what I'm doing and where I'm headed. I'm feeling really good about it. I wrote notes, y'all, ADHD. Over the past few years, my creative practice has ebbed and flowed. It's shifted, it's changed, and transitioned into what it is currently. And I think it is in the process of shifting and changing, evolving into where I would like to head in the future. Presently, I'm in the middle of changing some things. You know, I'm not afraid to change things. Creativity oftentimes has a life of its own, I think. If we allow our creativity to grow and evolve, especially organically, it can oftentimes feel a bit odd when you're sort of in the middle of things. When we're growing creatively, when things are changing, we feel a bit of that resistance. A lot of us don't like change because we feel a bit of that resistance when things are changing. Sometimes we'll balk at the changes. Sometimes we refuse to make those changes. If you listen to your creativity, if you listen to your inner voice, your intuition, your inner compass, I think if you take a moment or moments to do that, we can kind of figure out where we want to go, what we want to do, the direction that we're being pulled in creatively. For example, lately I've been pulled more and more towards more DIY projects, towards nature journaling, towards changing some things up, back towards an omni journal in a way. I've been feeling like I want to get outdoors more. I've been feeling like I need to purge and organize more. So I've been working on things in our home, working on things outside of the home, like in the yard, as well as wanting to just do some different things, to try different things. I've also wanted to concentrate more on improving the skills that I already have, improving my techniques, and I'm working on self-care. I'm working on my health and fitness and my mental state, as well, my mental and physical state. Part of my self-care, I've neglected myself over the past year and a half in some ways. I went through a lot. Part of what I was doing was on autopilot. In the process of taking care of so many things and others, I wasn't taking proper care of me. So my depression got worse, my anxiety got worse, which caused my ADHD to get worse, and I haven't had as much follow through. Filled with anxiety and depression, and it's as I've gone through the different stages of grief, and that's ebbed and flowed. It hasn't been a straight go through those stages of grief. It's been an up and down kind of thing. As I've kind of gone through that, I've realized that I don't have to just do one thing, and I don't want to be on autopilot with any of the things that I'm doing. I really want to focus on being present and in the moment and mindful and enjoy what I'm doing. I can pick a few things that I really love, or that I really like, or that I think I'll really enjoy, things that I feel pulled towards, that feel important to me, and I can work towards those. Sometimes I'm pulled more towards art. Other days I'm pulled more towards writing. Some days it's more a project kind of day. Other days it's more reading and learning. Because my creativity is a part of my life, my daily life, I try to be creative every day in some shape or form. But there are days when I rest, when I refill my creative well. And there are certain things that I find that are really good about refilling my creative well. Like I'll take a day to relax, just to kind of refresh, regroup, and I'll read. Those are the days usually when I read fiction. I'll read, I'll do some housework, I'll do some yard work. I may journal a tiny bit, but my whole day isn't spent working on my journal pages or on art or painting. It's usually, I do some, but it's usually spent doing some of the other things. And then there are days when I feel like all I want to do is draw and paint in a variety of ways. And then there are other days when I want to write more. Lately, I haven't been able to do a lot of writing or typing a whole lot because of the carpal tunnel. I have carpal tunnel and osteoarthritis in my hands. I am wearing carpal tunnel braces at night. I found they make my hands swell though. I wake up in the morning with my hands and my arm kind of swollen. So I've started loosening them a bit. What I found is that refilling my creative well, I felt a bit of a change coming on and off. It's been an on and off process the last few months. I tried to force some changes over the past year and a half. Some of those changes worked, some of those changes did not, but now I'm at a place where things are happening more and more organically. Probably because I'm taking better care of myself and I'm not as overbooked, I'm not as overwhelmed. I've let go of some of the stress and have enforced better boundaries. Still working on the boundaries. One of the things that I've been working on is a better schedule for YouTube. I'm changing up the schedule for Patreon and YouTube. If you've noticed, I haven't been doing as many YouTube videos. Part of that is because I have just been overwhelmed, overbooked, filled with anxiety and depression, stress, and I just haven't had enough time or enough energy to get all of the things done. I was at some points doing 6 videos a week, and that's just too much when you have a lot of things going on outside of that kind of thing. I have had a lot of family stuff going on, a lot of personal stuff going on, trying to take better care of myself. I found that some of what has been happening with my creativity is that I've been doing things in bits, and those bits have led to bigger bits. So as things have changed and evolved organically, some of the bigger bits have now evolved into something I have yet to kind of fully grasp, but I have a feeling that I will completely understand it all soon. I'll have it all kind of together soon, because I've opened my eyes towards being more on. I wrote it down on yesterday's Hobonichi page because that's where I put my personal stuff. You'll see a flip through in just a few minutes about what I'm doing, what I'm doing and what I'm doing it in. So in the Hobonichi, I have the AVEC, and I've started putting my personal, like my morning routine and affirmations and notes to myself and stuff like that. What's called the Daily Soul Vitamin, I got that from a book called Almanac, and I found that through Dee Willingham. On yesterday's page, there was this quote. One of the quotes from yesterday in the Almanac was, "Train yourself to let go of the things you fear to lose." And yesterday's affirmation card was elevate your energy. And this is what it said about elevating your energy. Your thoughts are vibrations that attract positive or negative energy. Notice your current emotional state. Clear any negativity through conversation, movement, breath work, prayer, meditation, and so on. Then guide your thoughts back to love and abundant possibilities. When you elevate your energy, you attract abundance, health, and prosperity in your life. Well, I got to thinking about some of what I've been doing and some of what I want to do. And then I wrote this little note to myself. Today is about getting back into the swing of things, but I think I'll do it organically. I need to find my way again. Life is too short to be narrow-minded, especially about my own creativity. And I wrote that because I have been trying to force myself to do certain things because of whatever reason. Sometimes it's for some things it's because other people are doing certain things and I really want to do that kind of thing, but it's just not me. And then other things are because I've tried and those are my comfort zone and that's where I feel the most comfortable. But what it boils down to is that in order for me to grow creatively, I have to get out of my comfort zone. And I can't just do things because other people are doing them. I've been venturing into different things creatively. I'm trying different things so that I can figure out what I do and don't like, what I love, what works and what doesn't work. And that's something I've been doing for the past few months. And over the past couple of years, this last year and a half especially, I've tried a lot of different things over the last few years, but especially the last year and a half or 2 years. I've tried different journaling styles. I've tried various types of journals. I've tried various kinds of media, from pens to colored pencils to watercolor pencils to watercolor markers to paints to gouache to acrylic to ephemera to stickers to photos. I've tried stamps, which I rarely use anymore. But what I've done is allow my creativity to evolve and grow, and it's empowered me. I think creativity is much more than what we do in our creative space, than what we do in our studio, than what we do at our craft table, our corner, our cubby, our dining room table, our desk. I think it gets to a place where you have to exercise your creative capacity. I don't think we ever run out of creativity. I think the more creative we are, the more creative we can be. And I think that's where I'm at, is I've been working on self-improvement, self-care. I've been working on me. And in that, some things have shifted. They've changed and evolved and grown as I've started working on me. Part of that is cleaning up my space. It's organizing things. It's getting rid of stuff that I've held on to that I really don't need to hold on to. It's also been about finding my own way with my style and what I love and what I like and what works for me, because sometimes what works for you is not what you think. Sometimes what we need is not necessarily what we want. And that's come to me, I think, in a way, as things have shifted over the past year and a half, as I've gone through the different processes of grief, as I've gone through the anxiety and the depression increasing, the stress level increasing, realizing that I have to make some changes, that in order for me to have follow through and to do these things that I really want to do, something has to change, something had to give. And so I've been trying to figure out some of that so that I can get to a better place, so that what I'm doing is really about what I love and enjoy and what I want to learn and how I want to grow and increase my creativity. So I've started finding water again. I'm in the middle of writing the blog post. I am at the editing stage of the blog post, and I need to take some pictures. I've also got a bunch of footage to put together for a vlog for Patreon and a vlog for y'all. I've also got a Cultivate What Matters unboxing and what I'm doing with it, the power sheets. I found that really helpful. I just got to get that together. I can't write as much, so I'm really only doing the writing that's super important. So I'm going through Cultivate What Matters and those goals and stuff and doing that bit by bit. One of the other things that I'm really working on is finding a red lipstick that does not leave stains, and figuring out a better way to organize some things in here. I like my setup, sort of, but I've kind of condensed everything to one little area, and I've got to change that. And I think that's comfort zone. You know, I was just kind of setting up things in the beginning because I needed to get videos made. And now I'm in this space and I'm working on finishing up the last bits of it, and I realize that I want to have this set up for live videos, but the rest of my videos I need to do at the craft table. And I'm excited. I'm either going to be doing everything in one spot or not. And I think doing some of my regular videos over here with the ring light and stuff would be much better. So it's just a matter of comfort zone and getting out of that and evolving and letting myself embrace some of these changes. And that, like I said, some of us don't like change. I like change in certain areas, and I will change things up in a skinny minute if it's not working. But when things are working and I kind of don't want to rock the boat because I'm afraid that I have done that, where I've changed things that were working in hopes to make it a lot better, and then found that that was not at all a good thing. I'm at this place where I feel like it's time to shake things up a bit. To completely and utterly refill my creative well, I need to be open-minded about expanding my creativity, about how my creativity is evolving. and I am going to be taking a course in June about nature journaling. Romney's Realm, I believe the link below to her video. She's going to be doing a nature journaling class in June, and I'm going to be taking that. And I've also gotten a book. This is Synchronicity at Work. We're going to talk about it. So I got this, The Law's Guide to Nature Drawing and Journaling. I ordered this from Thrift Books before I realized that Romney was doing the class. And I had already started doing some nature journaling stuff. I talked to Bree about making me a journal, and I had already kind of set up a little bit of a nature journaling kind of traveler's notebook. I talked about that with the roses on the cover that someone sent me. I'm still going to be using that for some things. But I talked to Bree, I messaged Bree, and I asked her about making me a journal. I was told her I was thinking about doing a nature journal, and she said, well, I've already made your journal that you talked to me about before. She said it should be ready to go out Monday, and she said, do you want another journal? Because the journal that she's been making me has got a mixture of different papers, mixed media paper, Tumbleway River paper, and stuff like that. And I was like, well, no, I don't. And she said, it's got a nature journal theme. I was like, well, no, I don't need another journal then. Never mind, because that's synchronicity in action. And one of the things that I've been trying to do is sort of get away from so many things in so many different directions. I do need a grand central station, which is what my sort of omni journal is. It's my main journal. I'm calling it an omni journal. You could call it whatever you wanted to. People could call it a bullet journal. People could call it an omni journal. They could call it a commonplace journal. They could call it a planner. You can call it whatever you want to. It's my journal. It's my main journal. It's my grand central station. It's where my planning goes. It's where my notes go. I've changed up and went to B6, and I'm going to show you what I'm currently using, and that's about to change. I will do an updated video probably next Friday, next Thursday, or next Tuesday, or no, Thursday on the 23rd or Tuesday on the 28th. Hopefully, no guarantee with that, but I'm working on YouTube's videos being on Tuesday and Thursday, and then occasionally on Saturday for an extra video, and that way Patreon's videos will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with an occasional video on a Sunday, an extra. There will be 2 videos on YouTube a week. I'm going to try to do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then that way on the second YouTube channel, I will be trying to do a video a week or a video every other week on that channel, so that I can kind of get things really rolling with a schedule, but can't keep up with right now with everything doing 6 videos a week until I kind of get some videos in a bucket in the back, like get some videos done ahead of time so that I have some ready to go up ahead of time so that I can start scheduling some videos, which is something that I'm going to be working on. I'm not taking a break from YouTube, but I am kind of trying to get back into the swing of things with YouTube, and that's requiring a little bit more effort than I realized, but I have to take care of myself, and I have to practice real self-care, and it's just been a bit too much. I was trying too hard in the very beginning after my dad died and my mom was in the hospital. I ended up on autopilot for over a year, I think, for the most part. Some things weren't autopilot, but a lot of what I was doing was autopilot, and I can't do autopilot anymore. I need to really enjoy what I'm doing, make videos because I love them, because I want to make videos, not because I feel like I have to or I feel obligated. This is something that I do because I love. I don't really make much money at this at all. At all. I feel like this is something that I have to offer, and I want to share, and I miss y'all, and I've had to reevaluate what is worth my time, where are my priorities, and what's worth my time is doing something that I really love. It's doing it because this is what I want to share, not because I feel obligated just to do a video. So I won't be doing videos just to do videos. They're videos because I really want to share things with you. And that's where I'm at right now, is explaining kind of how my creativity has been evolving. Creativity is a daily practice for me. It's a way of life. As things have changed and are changing, I figured it's a good place to start. So I'm going to do a flip through. I'm going to show you what I've got. I'm sorry, this is going to be a rather long video, but I hope that you enjoy it. And let's turn the camera around. Hello again. So these are what I'm currently using. All of these are B6 except for one. I have the weeks, the Hobonichi weeks, which stays in my purse for the most part. It's sort of an everyday carry. I write doctor's appointments and different things like that in it. I have some of the note pages in it are my grocery list. I do a tiny bit of planning in it, but not very much. Usually it's on the go stuff, like when I'm out and about at doctor's offices or whatever. And then I'll write stuff down in there. And then when I get home, I'll put it in my actual planner. So this is, I love this right here. I haven't figured out where to put that yet, but this is the B6stology and the calendar that I have for projects. I'm going to be changing things up, but I thought I'd show you what I have right now. So this is my finding water for now. This is the project that I have in here, and this is where I guess I need to fill this in, huh? I've done that. I've done this, and this is the week that I'm on right now. So looking at, I did the introduction, I went back through. So anyway, this is where I keep my morning pages and my notes for finding water, and then this calendar is for projects and stuff like that, and I kind of keep a log of things in that. So this doesn't really leave the house. This stays on my desk or my craft table. This is sort of an anything. I've been documenting in this since August of last year. And what I have in this is, last August, David and I went to see the Meg and stuff. So we went to the grocery store. We did all kinds of things. And I just kind of recorded everything. I've been doing a bit of that, documenting my life in it, doing all different kinds of things. I keep coming back and forth to this. Just doing different things. And I have some metallic Crayola markers I'm going to record right here. This is where I did this. And it was based on this. This was done with ballpoint and then a bit of watercolor. This was where I documented getting the new Sojourner. And I have a few other things documented in it. Don't give up on your daydreams. I'm trying different things out. This is where I'm working on my nature journal set up for June's class that I'm taking with Romany's Realm with Ro. She's doing a nature journal class, so I'm trying to figure out some things. Setting up my watercolor palette for that class. And that's what I have in here. So I've been thinking that as I kind of go through some things, I'm still trying to figure out a few things, but I think this is going to end up becoming sort of this extra stuff. We'll see, because when I get the nature journal, I'm going to be changing some things. So let's talk about the Hobonichi. And I have the AVEC, and so here is May's setup. And then I've done all different kinds of things in this. I've tried stickers. I tried all kinds of things. More functional planning. A bit of a combination. And this is where we're at right now. And this is, I have to finish putting some stuff right here. But this is what I have for this right here. I'm still kind of going with the garden and the gnome kind of theme. And I have just a few things I have listed. I have to put my doctor's appointments in here. I don't have them in here either. I have them in the bullet journal, so I need to transfer some things. And then back here, I've done all kinds of things in this. I've shown this, but I started in April, and I started doing it more. This was a bit of kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I started doing the Daily Soul Vitamin from the Almanac book. I will leave a link to it below. I found out about it through Dee Dee Willingham. And it's about journaling. It gives you prompts and stuff. And I started doing the affirmation cards daily in here. And sometimes I would do bits that were on the card. And then sometimes I just do background. Sometimes I did something I liked from it. Sometimes I just did the color scheme. So I was doing planning in here. But what I ended up doing as we progressed through, I started kind of thinking that maybe it would be better if I did this more towards my self-care stuff, which is how the Hobonichi was originally, but it mostly stayed the weeks, but the Hobonichi weeks, that was how I was using that originally, but mostly that stays in my purse. I wanted to do something where I'm actually using it on a regular basis, and I don't use the Hobonichi weeks unless I'm out and about, really. So as we get, like, I was doing planning, but I ended up doing double duty because I was doing it in the bullet journal. And as we get through April, you'll see, I mean, I did planning, but I stopped doing the planning, started doing the Daily Soul Vitamin and the affirmation cards. Sometimes I would draw, sometimes I would put stickers, sometimes I didn't get through. And then we get to here, and I'm doing just a bit of different things. And I started like right here doing stretches and doing like some of the stuff that I do that's the more personal self-care kind of stuff. The savers from the Miracle Morning kind of stuff. So for May, I had some things I really wanted to get like working, wanted to get started. And then I changed things up. This was like the doctor's appointment and stuff. I'm still doing the affirmations and the Daily Soul Vitamin. Started changing right around here, morning routine, some of my more personal stuff like Rose class, the UPS delivery. And then this was when I found out about Maya and things started changing for me. I just felt like, you know, I was so sad and I just needed to take a break. So we get to here and I'm still kind of doing planning. I started doing a little bit of meal prep. I was doing some stuff and then I'm like, I just don't know about all this. I was like, I don't know. So we get to like here and I have some post-it notes and I have right here, I have where I started doing this, the morning stuff. And then we get this week and I finally kind of found my way. This was Tuesday and today. And I have my stuff right here that I do that's more of the savers kind of stuff, my personal self-care, self-improvement, that kind of stuff. So I have that here. This is where I'm at with that. And then back here, this is sort of becoming more of my document, art supplies and the gardening and stuff like that. I've been doing a bit of all kinds of stuff in all kinds of places, trying to document my life, trying to figure out how I want it to do. So this is going to be a spread where I'm because I'm working on my health and fitness, been looking up pictures of recipes and I'm going to draw some food. But this is a Stology half-year notebook, and I have a few things that I'm going to be working on in this, but this is not a daily thing. This is a probably once a week, or however, like when something big happens, like a one Camp NaNoWriMo, when Maya passed away, this high cholesterol, high blood pressure, oh my goodness, you know, and I've already lost some weight. So far, so good. This was when I got some stuff in on the mail, and then me and Maria and Victor went, we were doing her baby shower. That was some of that stuff that I got in. This was the stuff for Maria's baby shower, and when we got my dad's truck. And this was some stuff that's happening in current events, like the measles outbreak and Tiger Woods winning after years and years. He did a comeback. And this was me trying to work on doing dip nails and doing my own manicure. For Mother's Day, though, I did get a manicure and a pedicure. And these are dip nails. So they're the same color that I have. I wanted to see how they did it. And then I'm going to go back and see how they do the upkeep on them, so I can do that myself, because I can do this myself, but the upkeep is a whole different story. So that's what I have for the Hobonichi. And then this is my new Sojourner folio. I did dye it. The front pocket was a regular leather color, brown leather color, but I really love this burgundy with the red, so I dyed it to match this more. You can see that it's pretty close. It has more of a brown undertone, but that's because it was brown leather. So I'm not a big fan of the brown leather. So anyway, this is my bullet journal, omni journal, commonplace journal, whatever you want to call it. So I have the calendar and I'm keeping up with things. Like today was a laundry day. Tomorrow is going to be a bathroom day. I did sweep Monday, but mostly I napped Monday. I did a tiny bit of cleaning. Yesterday I did some dusting and some laundry, and more laundry. But so these are, I haven't done today's, but this is my log. This is my notes to self reminders. This was week 19, May the 6th through the 12th. I'm doing a bit of journaling and note taking, and these are my daily rapid logging, so to speak, kind of. So I'm doing a bit of journaling, but I'm trying to keep this to one page. Sometimes it extends, but I'm doing a container garden, so I did this here. I found a huge wasp nest in the gas thing in my dad's truck. We have been working on my dad's truck, and yeah, huge wasp nest. Luckily, I mean, my uncle had filled up the tank, so when I drove it back from my uncle's, I didn't have to check the gas. He had all this gas in it. Well, I went to go get the gas treatment and put some more gas in it, and I found the wasp nest. You should have seen me. I had to stop, close it really quick, go to a store, get some wasp spray, open it back up, spray it, and I was ducking. So anyway, I've been doing some different things, all kinds of things. Me and my daughter and Victor hung out on Friday, and we saw some bunny rabbits in the yard. My daughter and I were watching the bunny rabbits play in the backyard while we were doing dishes. My daughter was surprised that when I was eating one of the meals that I ate, that I ate cucumbers and tomatoes cut up with some chicken. And she was like, "Mom, how can you just eat that cut up with just like some pepper on it?" I'm like, well, one, I don't need the salt because the chicken has some salt with the seasoning, and I'm not supposed to be eating that much salt anymore. And two, I love raw veggies, especially cucumbers and tomatoes. My daughter loves cactuses. When we saw some when we were in Walmart, she was talking about them. This is some journaling about depression and anxiety and how I was feeling over the past year and a half, and how it kind of caught me by surprise how depressed I had really gotten. This was some of my plans to get out of the depression and some of the things that I'm working on. This was the new setup. This was Saturday, and it was a really bad pain day for me because of all the storms we had the whole week last week, and it really affected my arthritis. And David cooked dinner, and he made shrimp fettuccine alfredo, so I just did a little watercolor of the shrimp, nothing major. And then this was Mother's Day, and we got our mother's miniature roses, and I got Maria Gerber daisies, and I think I'm going to do a watercolor of some Gerber daisies because they were gorgeous. I got her white ones. So we got my mother purple ones because that's my mom's favorite color, and we got my mother-in-law red ones because all of her roses are red that I know of. My son got me this Jaws thing. It's the movie pop or something. It's a rather big one, and it's the shark with the tank in its mouth. It's over there. There we go. And they have some of the other ones that you can get, which is Chief Brody, Matt Hooper, Quint, the great white shark with the diving tank, which is what this one is, and then just the great white shark So I might have to get Chief Brody, Matt Hooper, and Quint. I love the Jaws stuff. I am a big fan of Jaws. I have been since I was a kid. So that's why we have the cat with the shark. This is this week, which is week 20, and this is where we're at. And I was trying to get some things done, but I'm running a bit late. This was mixed up because I have it better planned in the Hobonichi, so this is getting flipped around a bit because I'm going to be having this, but it's not going to be the journal with me. It's going to be the other, and I need to redo this because this will probably this is going to end up here, and this is going to end up here. So this was my original plan. So this is Tuesdays, today's, and I have some journaling, and then this will be tomorrow. I plan on cleaning the bathroom, and I'm working on all of the things. So this video probably will not be up on YouTube until Thursday, but I am filming this on Wednesday. I'm trying to do things a bit ahead of time so that I don't have to rush, and so that I can have things done for y'all ahead of time. It will be a lot better for me. So that's like I talked about in the beginning of the video when I was doing the chat, I'm working on trying to get a better system. This is working out really well. In the back of here, well, I have some things, but I did my planning, my forward planning in the back. I have these appointments that I need to put in the Hobonichi, and this I need to put in the Hobonichi. I just made these plans with my son over Mother's Day, and just got these appointments at the end of the week, last week, with a doctor, so I haven't had a chance to put them everywhere yet. I did write them down in my Hobonichi weeks and then transfer them into here. So that's what I'm doing. I don't have a whole lot written in here, and these are just some of the stickers that I have. This is from the Organized Planner. I have some from the Coffee Monster Coke. These are from RB Illustration Studio, and I was really excited because she has Patreon stickers along with YouTube stickers. And this is from Pen and Paper Shop, Etsy, I like those. And I'm trying to remember where these came from. These came from the same place. I love these right here. So those are what I'm doing and what I'm working on. I'm liking some stickers. I like the watercolor kind of stickers, and I don't like them everywhere for everything, but I do like them. And I'm finding that my little 1,000 plus ridiculously cute, absolutely necessary, crazy, fabulous, awesome, stellar, cool, phenomenal stickers book is really coming in handy. I need to get some more of these kinds of things. So I will see y'all again soon. I'm going to be doing a video very soon about the nature journal and how I'm going to be combining some things. This will be one thing, and then you'll see what else I'm doing, because I think this in here is going to end up somewhere else, and then I will have a journal, and it will include my nature journaling along with my documenting my life kind of thing. I'm gonna probably put it all back in one journal, so that I have this, which includes the bullet journaling and the commonplace journaling, my note taking, stuff like that, and then this will be my art journal where I document and illustrate life in general. And I'm getting a new journal. So I will talk with y'all soon. Thank you for watching, and I will give you an update as things progress. With One Book July coming, we're going to see where this heads, because as I said, I'm reducing things. Things like the project Traveler's Notebook is separate. This kind of combines everything, and we'll see how things go between now and the end of June. Well, the middle of June, towards the end of June, whenever I start setting everything up for One Book July. I don't know that I'm going to change much for One Book July. I've been working towards things. So I think what I might be working on in July is project planning and finance planning, or one of the other. So I will see y'all again. Bye, y'all.